Rum.
Rum.
Lum.
Rum.
Lum.
Rum.
Lum.
Rum.
Lum.
Rum.
Release the finger last time. Lum.
Rum.
Bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and there, as you squeeze from front to back, you do the mantra Vam, and here we keep the ring finger pressed against the thumb. So take a deep breath in.
Rum.
Vam. Vam.
Rum.
Vam.
Rum.
Vam.
Rum.
Vam.
Rum.
Release the finger and continue.
Rum.
Vam. Vam.
Rum.
Vam.
Rum.
Vam.
Rum.
Bring your awareness behind the navel, and here we will do the sound rum. And when we do this, as you draw in at the navel, we press the middle finger with the thumb. Rum.
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 Run.
Rum.
Ram.
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 Release the finger one last time.
Ram.
Ram. In between the breaths, we do the sound yum, and we have the index finger pressing against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yum.
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 Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Release the fingers and continue.
Yum.
Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we will do the sound hum. And we have the thumbs up with the loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Hum.
Hum.
Release the fingers and continue. Hum. Last time. Hum. Now in the middle of the head, we do the sound chum. Again, thumbs up mudra. Chum. Release the hands and continue.
Chum.
Chum. Last time.
Chum.
Chum. Top of the head, we do Om. Again, thumbs up mudra. Om. Release the hands and continue. Last time. So now we go on to the happy face breathing, Ujjayi Pranayama. If Dr. Anjana Dhingra is here, she can give the instructions. Otherwise, I will. Anjana ji, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Just to let everybody know, I put it in the chat box, instructions, so that you can actually eyeball it, copy it, and then use it for future reference. Anyway, so Ujjayi breathing or pranayam is a happy face breathing. And it is actually a throated breathing. We are creating vibrations from the throat area, which is near the vocal cords, and that's the effect of it. So bring your awareness to your throat area and just notice how it feels, your skin, etc., and your neck. Now go ahead and smile. As you smile, you feel a little stretch in your skin of your neck and your lower jaw area. What it is actually doing is it is contracting your throat muscles. And along with that, it is also tightening the vocal cords, which happen to be in the area very close to your Adam's apple, a little bit above it. Anyways, so now you have a vocal cord that is like this. And as you breathe in, it creates a rubbing sensation of vibration as you breathe in, and likewise breathing out. And that is what is desirable for this pranayama. You're creating vibrations that are supplying all these structures in the throat. Now, the actual practice. Go ahead and imagine that you have a little hole here, pretty close to the bottom, where your jaw, soft, shall we say, the floor of your mouth is actually meeting your neck area, and attach a straw to it. And through that straw, imagine you're breathing in or you're sucking in air very slowly, inhale. And as you breathe out through the straw, you exhale. Imagining the straw and breathing through a straw allows you to pace that breath so that it's long and smooth to your comfort level, of course. So now close your eyes, bring your awareness to your throat area. Smile there and breathe in through your straw and your hole at the bottom. Inhale and exhale. And notice the rubbing sensation in your throat area that you're generating. Go ahead and continue to do this. You can also experiment by just dropping that smile and see what happens to the rubbing sensation. Does it go away or is it still there? And you can reinforce it by bringing the smile back on. So continue this Ujjayi Pranayam slowly at your pace for the next few minutes till Rajanji advises you with the next exercise. Make sure you do it gently, not creating any vibrations that are uncomfortable. They should be smooth and very gentle, ones that you can only feel, just barely, but feel.
Now let's go on to the spinal alignment exercise. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go towards the other shoulder, and inhale, come back up. And continue, exhale. Okay. Now, as you inhale and come back, now we can rotate the head, looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back, and exhale the other way, and continue. When you have completed, and then you take the next inhalation, come back. And the next inhalation after that, take the head back. And as you exhale, bring the chin down to the chest. And continue. With the next exhalation, as the chin comes down towards the chest, rotate 360 degrees. Half a circle inhale, and the other half exhale, and continue. One last round in the same direction, and then we will turn the opposite direction. When you have finished that, next we can go on to the alternate shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate back and bring it down. Inhale, the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down, and continue. Now we can go on to the hand exercises. Raise the hands up, and as you inhale, lift up the palms, make it perpendicular to the forearms, and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in, and make a downward facing fist. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. Now we'll rotate around the wrist. Inhale and exhale. Continue. Inhale and exhale. Continue. Let's go backward. Okay. Now we'll rotate around the wrist and fingers. Inhale, raise it up, and exhale, bring it around. 2. Now, when you're completed that, we can go backward. Okay, now interlock the fingers and bring the hands behind the head. And as you exhale, rotate, turn to one side, and inhale, come back. Exhale, go the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. Now, get hold of the elbows behind the back. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow and then inhale, come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow and inhale, come back. Continue. Now, we take our hands behind the back. Get hold of your hands or your elbows behind the back. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow as you turn to one side. Inhale and come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, turn the other side, and continue. Okay. Now we can get hold of your back just at the hip. And then as we inhale, we make a backward arch, but we only push on one hand at a time. So it's that backward arch tilts slightly to one side. And as you exhale, come forward. So let's go. Okay. Now let's do both the shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders, and exhale, rotate it back and bring it down, and continue. Last time. And now after that, we can cross one leg over the other and hold the knee on the top. And as you exhale, pull up and cross over the knee as you turn your head to the same side as the leg you're holding. Inhale, release, exhale, pull and turn. Continue. Okay, the last one, and then we can change the legs, the other side. Okay, last time. Now we can do cycling exercise with the leg. So as you inhale, lift up the leg, and then exhale, stretch it out and bring it down. We will do alternate legs at a time. So lift up the other leg, inhale and exhale, bring it down. Continue. Last time. So when you're done now, we will do one last exercise. As you're sitting, hold your, if you're in a chair, come a little forward and hold the back sides of the chair. And on the other hand, if you're sitting on the floor, bring your palms just behind you on the two sides. Then as you inhale, make a nice backward arch. And if you're sitting on the floor or on a chair, press your feet on the floor and stay there. Inhale and exhale. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly come forward. And now we will go on to the Bhastrika Pranayama. So let's keep, I'll explain it to everyone. As we inhale, a deep inhalation. We fill up the lower part of the lung, the belly comes out, then the chest expands and the shoulder pulls back with the deep inhalation. And as you exhale, all of them collapse. But this should be done with ease. You don't try to force any part. All you're trying to do is slow, deep breathing. And you can, if you like to keep a hand position, you can keep your belly on your hands on your belly as you inhale, feel it come out, and then continue the chest to expand, the shoulder pull back. And as you exhale, you can come down, or you can keep the hand position with the elbows by the side in a loose fist by the shoulder. Inhale, stretch back with the belly coming out, chest expanding, shoulder pulling back. And as you exhale, you relax. The exhale will be slightly longer than inhale. Now I'm only going to call the timing for inhale because I want you to exhale in your own comfort. So when I say 1, inhale, and then I will just go on to 2, I won't tell you to exhale, you exhale on your own. The other part is when you inhale, feel the vitality go into the head, and as you exhale, feel it leaving you. Different people here have told us one person feels the inhale going all the way from the feet up to the head, and exhale, it goes all the way out down the feet. So whatever is your visualization, but do involve the head when you inhale and exhale, that'll have a better impact. Let's continue. Let's begin here. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Hands down. Observe any sensations you feel in the head or anywhere else. Let's go on to the second round, loose fist. 1. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Keep the eyes closed. Keep observing how you feel, hands down, relax. Let's go to the third round, loose fist. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 60, 70, 80, 90, and 20. Bring down the hands, eyes closed. Observe the sensations within. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. And as you're a pure observer, just listen to the mantra in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, raise your hands up and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. With that, we end the session today. And tomorrow, reminder, it's a long session. And tomorrow we will be doing Kapalbhati and Bahya Kumbhak. So, and of course, let's see, tomorrow, if anybody reminds me, we can do the other kind of Ujjayi that was done for the thyroid related thing too. So we can do all of those, okay? So if there are any questions or if there are any new people or people who have come in recently and have not introduced themselves, feel free. This is your opportunity to introduce yourself to the whole yoga family. Oh, one thing, I did notice a question here where Virendra Khemsaraji asked the question, can I do chakra meditation without chanting loud? And the answer is, you don't have to be loud, but you have to be verbal. Yeah, if you don't say it, you don't have to say lam. You can simply say lam. That is this thing. But it cannot be silent. It has to be audible. So that is the way it has to be done. Otherwise, it's not effective. The impact is less than 15% if you do it mentally. So Virendraji, is the question answered?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Then I see over here, there is the question from, okay, there are only comments. So there is no questions here. So anybody, any other questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and speak up. And
Dr.
once the person starts speaking, go ahead.
Dr.
Rangaswamy
Narayan,
Appanappan, go ahead.
yeah, today I couldn't do the third round Basrika because I felt a little bit woozy, so
Uh-huh.
I didn't do it. So, what does that mean?
Excellent, there is no problem.
Oh,
I'm glad you didn't do it, because what it is the nadis are clearing.
okay.
Now, but once you had your eyes closed, slowly the sensations dissipated, right?
Right.
Very good. In
Okay.
fact, what it is the part is, this is the thing that happens. It wouldn't do any serious damage. It was not to a point where you would have fainted or anything, but your nadis need clearing. So that's why it takes a little longer to dissipate.
Okay, I felt my breathing became heavy when the second round was over. When I tried the third round, my
Yeah.
breathing became heavy. So I felt uncomfortable, so I stopped.
Very good. Very good.
I have two other questions, unless somebody else wants to ask.
No. Finish your questions and then we'll go to somebody else.
Yesterday we talked about placebo effect in acupressure, acupuncture, and also allopathy, right? So my question is, in yoga science also, in these exercises, do we have placebo effect possible?
Yes. The thing is, you see, people can be in one of three states of mind.
Mhm.
We call it as deep faith, that is the placebo effect. The other is neutral.
Mhm.
And the third one is a case where the person will be in a state of nocebo effect, or, mentally doubting and thinking, oh, what is this kind of thing?
Oh, okay.
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 So what happens, we have found is, whether it is yoga in what we do, as well as in all other places, it has been found that people who doubt and this thing, nothing works for them. If they feel it won't work, it won't work. People who feel it will work, it definitely works. And for people who are neutral, if the effectiveness there, it also works. Now, what we do is, in our case, we have found, we tell all our people, if you ever recommend somebody whom you know who has a particular problem and you think that person will benefit, tell that person once and never again a second time. And we also tell the person, tell people that you don't try to make an appointment or call on behalf of somebody, whether it's a family member or a friend. If they are interested, they have to take the initiative themselves.
Right.
And the thing is, you see, if these two conditions are not met, we find it doesn't work. I'll give you an example. This example is outrageous, okay? You see, some people actually believe, because of the way yoga has been portrayed, somebody else is unmuted. Okay, mute yourself. Okay. So people have this view that yoga is asana and pranayama.
Mhm.
That's how the world has portrayed it, Hatha Yoga, right?
Yeah.
So people outside India have not heard as much as we know in India about Bhakti Yoga, the concept of selfless service of Karma Yoga. They've never, it's not something that is well known. Everybody knows Hatha Yoga, Asana Pranayama.
Mhm.
So what happened was, I had this one person who came because the spouse had had heard a lot about what we do, and the spouse thought, this looks very interesting. I should, take my spouse along over here to see if this problem can be resolved. And what was the problem? The problem was a 40-year-old problem. Okay. And the 40-year-old problem is manifestation of allergic reaction in different ways. It had kind of evolved over the years, how the allergic reaction was taking place. And at some point in time, it was like, getting sinus congestion, this thing, and slowly over a period of years, it was like getting, eruptions in the skin and itchiness in the skin and all of this. So this person truly believed in asana and pranayama, okay? And so this person had even engaged some yoga teacher to come and teach at home and things like that, okay?
Mhm.
Now, what happened is, so when this person came to us and I looked at the situation, I told that person to do a mantra. When we tested it in with our machine, the mantra was working, and that person could feel a little bit of lightness and things. So I told the person, excellent, it's working for you. Just keep doing this. Now, by course of thing, about 1 month after, since I had not heard from the person, I sent an email to ask, so how are you doing? What is the feedback? So the person tells me that person never did the exercise, never did the meditation. Okay. And so I asked the person, why did you in the first place come? So the person said, okay, I'll be disciplined and I will remember to do it. I will do it. So another 2 weeks later, that is end of 6 weeks, I asked her, so have you kept your practice? How are you doing? And so this person says, you see, when I do the practice, I feel that the itching goes down. It goes away for a while. So I said, that's a very good sign, because that is how it is going to work. And remember, when you have a 40-year-old problem in 2 weeks, it's not going to go away. It'll take 2 years to go away. Okay. And so the person is, the next thing that happens is, another 3 weeks later, I wanted to follow up to make sure this person was really continuing. So I sent another email message, just want to follow up how you're doing. And then I don't hear from the person for another 3 weeks. So remember, 4 weeks plus 2 weeks plus 3 weeks plus 3 weeks, it's 12 weeks, 3 months from the time. Then after the 12 weeks, I get a phone call one day during dinner time. No email, nothing. And that phone call, the person says, I have not been very regular. And then the moment the person started saying this, I told the person, listen, there has been enough time over there. When you're not regular and when you don't have faith, there is no point me talking any further. And then the spouse of this person, I ended up asking the person, why the hell did you bring your spouse over here who doesn't have this thing? There is no point. And I sent the person the whole literature on nocebo effect, because that person was himself a researcher, okay? And pointed out, when this is the case, there is no point even trying with people. So this happens. Think of it. The person had the effect, okay? And this thing. And this is that particular individual. This individual had not come on his or her own volition, but rather on the persuasion of the spouse. And the spouse was in a place where, because the person had heard from so many other people, people came, right? and not for him or her, but rather for the spouse. So when this kind of a thing happens, it doesn't work. So that's why I tell people, don't bring other people, let people come on their own. And also, if you refer to anyone, refer to them once. So Brahmaji, I did not make a call to your the lady whom you referred. If the lady is interested, she should call me. I won't call. So otherwise, it doesn't work.
Thank you, Dr. Narayan. The one little question, like the acupressure, acupuncture, do we have any comparison with the chiropractic?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the very interesting part is chiropractors work with a, I'm getting feedback. Who is that?
I will mute myself also.
You can turn around. You can
Oh, okay.
continue.
That's fine. Okay. So the chiropractors work with part of the knowledge of the Nadi system. Okay. And it is comparable to the practice we do here in the yoga. You see, what we do here in the yoga is meant to optimize the vitality in our system. And how is the vitality optimized in the system? The brain and the spine, which is the central nervous system, that is what optimizes vitality in the system. So that is why we focus so much on this. That's why we call it as palliative yoga, to optimize the energy distribution in the body. Now, chiropractors do exactly the same thing. What they do is, they remember something. If there is a malfunction in the body, that malfunction will always be associated with lack of proper energy going to that particular organ system. Whether it is digestion, whether it is heart, whether it is anything in the body, any muscle, whatever. Okay. So what happens is chiropractors work along the spine with the idea that they can stimulate the communication of the energy system. So chiropractors will never be able to solve an autoimmune condition, but they can give relief. In the case of allergies, they can give relief because they're optimizing energy. Okay. But if there is an autoimmune system, which is the immune system is corrupted, okay, the immune system is not going to get corrected just by giving more energy. Think of cancer. Okay. And there are many other autoimmune conditions. So what we do as a palliative practice is equivalent to what chiropractors do. But in our case, we are talking about optimizing the energy flow through the spine. But in the chiropractor's case, they are actually stimulating the nerve connection that are going from the spine to various parts of the body. That is the distinction. Now, Sushila Iyer had the thing. You wanted to say something?
Yes, I sent an email with my form.
I have your email. I
Thank
will
you.
respond to you. I am simply overloaded.
Yes, I understood that. I just wanted to remind you. That's it.
Certainly, I will respond. It
Thank
will
you
be
so much.
Monday by the time I respond.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Namaste.
Yes, go ahead, Renuji. You have to unmute. Unmute, please. Renuji, unmute.
Dr. Rajan, I have a comment on the light side. While we were doing after we finished our chakra meditation, a little bit after, I started to hear chum, 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 chum. And it was the rain outside, but it started to trigger something in my brain. And it was pleasant. And I said, I must bring it up. It was like the sound we make for ourselves, you know. I don't know if it has any meaning or not.
Yes, it has. That is your equal and opposite vibration that will take you into deep meditation and cosmic connectivity. What I'm going to ask you to do is, that is your personal mantra for meditation.
I see.
If you close your eyes and just visualize you're hearing that sound in within yourself, it will take you into a very high level of meditation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question on chiropractic.
Yes.
I mean, I have never been to a chiropractor, but I have known friends, but they have to go frequently. It's not a therapeutic effect. It's probably there for a month or so, and they have to redo it again.
So that is why you have to come to the yoga class every day, right? Because that is how the spine gets stimulated. So otherwise, it doesn't stay there. So the chiropractor is the same thing, right? So if there is a malfunction going on in the body, they are not correcting the root source of the malfunction. They're only balancing the energy. So it's giving relief.
Okay. No, because
that's
you
what I
said
meant,
they're
the
working on-
comparability.
No, because you said they're working on the nervous system, so I thought that could be a therapeutic effect to that.
But see, what happens is when we do our yoga practice, how many people here have told us instances of their therapeutic effect? You have heard how many people for whom the blood pressure went down, how many people for whom sleeping has become better, right? So palliative practices that balance energy flow to different parts of the body can have therapeutic effect. But the places where it will have therapeutic effect are in the what you would call the zone like sleep, this blood pressure and things like that, but not in the case of cancer or, very deep-rooted problems, right?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? So in that case,
Rajanji,
yes, go ahead.
Ravi Gupta here.
Yes.
Other day you talked about Atma Nadi.
Huh.
Little bit mentioned.
Yes.
So can you explain it a little bit?
Yes. You see, the other day also, when Mukesh Vermaji was here, he was asking about the Chinese system and all of that. I had forgotten at that time, and later on I remembered. You see, in the Chinese system, just like in the yoga system, we have, if you look at conventional yoga system, nobody will talk about Atma Nadi. It is considered in a different level. Whereas the next level below that is the Sushumna Nadi. So in the Tantra Yoga system, Ida Pingala Sushumna Nadi is something that's talked about. And then the spine is called the Prana Nadi or the Mukhya Prana Nadi. Actually, in the Tamil literature, it is called Mukhya Prana Nadi, the spine. Okay? And because that is what is the thing that gives the vitality distribution. So the Sushumna Nadi and the spine, Mukhya Prana Nadi, are the two most important ones from the conventional Nadi system of yoga. And it is the same in the Chinese system. They call, the names given are called Du-Mai and Ren-Mai. That is the term that is used in China. Mai is the term for meridian in the Chinese system. Okay. Now, the Atmanadi goes beyond what you hear in all of them. And what is the Atmanadi? The Atmanadi is about cosmic connectivity. And the cosmic connectivity channel, it connects from the top of the head, but it comes along the front of the body. And then all this area from the top of the head till the sternum, this area is like the equivalent of the antenna. And it is just under the sternum. The sternum is where you have the transmitter. Then from the sternum down to the navel in the front side of the body is where you have your Atma Vidya. And if you, from your Bhagavad Gita, you remember when Arjuna asked Krishna, if I make progress in my practice in this lifetime by yoga practice, but on the other hand, if I fall off at a later time, whatever I have gained, will it all be a loss? And Krishna tells him, no, whatever you have gained, it will carry on into your next lifetime. And what is that never goes down? The Atma Vidya. So this is what is the Vidya, which is the opposite of Avidya. So that Vidya increases in each lifetime through experiences. So that is where it is lodged. Then from the navel, it takes a right angle turn and goes all the way back to the spine, the Atmanadi. So that area from the navel to the back to the spine, that is the area people will have sensory perceptions. So among this group of people, there are some people. Is Vandana Macha over here? She is one of the person I noticed. There are some of you who may have who may have the ability to sense vibrations. Oh, this feels this thing, or how a person's vibration is. The ability to sense is the siddhi that comes over there. Then from the back of the spine, from behind the navel, it goes down the spine till the sacrum bone. That is the area where you can figure out what these sensations mean. A lot of people who have the ability to sense won't know what it means. Oh, it's just a sense for this thing, right? And then from the sacrum to the pubic area is the last part of the Atmanadi. That is the ability to project intent. And each of these areas of siddhis, each are of different levels, low level, high level, and things like that. Now, what happens is, think of a place like Sai Baba, Sati Sai Baba, who was around. Now, he is known to be able to materialize things, right? He will do like this and get things out of the air, right? So the thing is, you see, the ability to materialize is when that ability to project is at a very high level. And you will find that, that will only work if the other parts of the siddhis are also at a high level, okay? Now, there are a lot of people who are high achievers in life, and whatever they put their head to, everything works. So people who are like that, for them, that last part of the siddhi is highly activated, but the other parts, the sensory perceptions and the others, are not as activated. So in a conventional worldly way, whatever they put their power of intent, it will work. So this thing. So that is how the siddhi areas, and this is the zone of the Atmanadi. And within this, the sternum, where you have the Atma Chakra, associated with the Atma Chakra in that area is, you can also find out how much of remaining karma klesha is left over. And the nature of the Atma Vidya has many interesting dramatic effects. You see, when the Atma Vidya is growing uniformly, then the person is relatively balanced. But sometimes what happens is, a lot of people, Atma Vidya develops, the shape of it develops like, two bulbs on two sides, just meeting like a figure of 8, or like two triangular, pyramids meeting over there. When that happens, these people, what will happen is, trigger events will change them from one personality to another. You see, there are people who will behave in a certain way with you. They look at another person, they are completely opposite. That is when the Atma Vidya is like that. So there are various dimensions of it when you go into the Atmanadi. This is the Atmanadi.
So interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Dr. Rajan, it was so beautifully you described. Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
No, it's so beautiful.
Rajanji, when I do chakra, I don't feel anything. Am I doing anything wrong?
Your chakras are all clear.
Oh, that's why I don't feel it.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Kiran.
Hey, hi, Kamal.
Oh. Okay. So any other questions?
Yes, this is Satyapal.
Haji.
I have this pain in my head. It started about 3 weeks ago. It's sort of like in the quarter of the head. It doesn't stay there all the time, but there is a pain over here when I turn right or left or up and down. Then it hurts here, and it goes inside the head. Not just outside, just go up to, all the way to inside, up to the quarter of the head. Doesn't go beyond that.
Okay. It's on the left side?
Yes, on the left side.
I see. Now, the question for you is, does the pain increase and decrease or stays at the same level all the time?
No, all the time when I'm not caring about that, I don't even feel it. But as soon as I turn the head, then it comes back.
I see. Now, do you find that there is any difference before and after eating food? You have not noticed?
No, I haven't noticed that.
I see.
Okay, I'll watch for that.
Do the following. You feel the pain right now, right?
Yeah, if I push the head up, I feel. Right
Okay.
now, over this way, I don't feel any.
I want you to press your index finger and your middle finger to the thumb like this. Press it like this. Only the left hand. Only the left hand, not the right
Yes,
hand.
yes.
Okay, press it like that. And just shake your head and see whether the pain is same or less.
It's about the same.
Okay, release it and do it now.
Yes, it's the same.
It's the same, no difference, right? Okay.
No, there's one
So-
more thing on my neck on the left side, the bottom part of the neck, there is a bump. And
Uh-huh.
that has been there for almost 40, 45, 50 years.
Mhm.
And when I talked to the internist, he said, if it is not hurting, don't worry about that. Just leave it.
Now I know what your problem is. The thing is basically, if you do more of Bhasrika Pranayama,
Yes,
do like 5 rounds of Bhasrika morning and 5 rounds of Bhasrika in the evening.
okay,
And what you will find is over a period of like a couple of months, the pain will kind of reduce and go away.
okay. Okay, 5 rounds in the morning, 5 in the evening.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. So there is just time for one last question if anybody has.
Can I
Otherwise,
ask you, can I ask you a question, sir?
Go ahead, Rakesh Agrawal ji.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am enjoying your program. A question I have is, I feel bloated all the time, especially after I have the meals. Whether it's lunch, dinner, no matter how light I take, still I feel bloated on my tummy. It just presses on my chest and gives me a lot of discomfort.
Mhm. Do you take any medications?
Not for this. I take other medications. I take thyroid, hypothyroid, blood pressure,
Yeah.
and cholesterol and liver medication.
Yeah. Now, when did this problem start?
This problem started about 2 months ago.
I see. In the last 6 months, have you changed any medication?
I had changed the medication in between. I had to go to hospital one time, and then they gave me some antibiotics and what have you. But now I'm back to my normal medication routine.
So when was it you had the in between the change of medication? 2 months back, 3 months back?
That was back in June, end of June, so that roughly about 3 months ago.
Okay. So that explains where your problem started. Okay. It is probably the side effects of all the other medications you had and things, and that has messed up your system. So what I will suggest is tomorrow we will be doing the Bahya Kumbhak and Kapalbhati.
Okay.
We will tone your system. I cannot even see you, so I cannot see your nadis either. I don't know what it is. But you may be able to find some, hopefully if that helps you, then you keep doing it for a period of 2 months and maybe it will give relief.
Okay.
So with that, we will close over here. By the way, if you want specific reading, if you go to one of our locations where we have the machine, then you can test and you can know whether it's working or not. Okay?
But do you have in Houston area?
Of course, there are 3 machines in the Houston area.
Oh, okay, we'll check in.
Okay, namaste ji.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Tomorrow is the long session, no time for questions.
No issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. Good
Thank you,
night.
Doctor. See you
Good night.
tomorrow.